Good morning, Marnie here. Welcome to my channel. So, this is the third time that I have done this. Third time's a charm, right? I hope. Um, so I'm going to just sit here and talk and crochet and hopefully not lose count of what I'm doing. I've got my coffee in my Lucy mug. It is just the Great Value Extra Calf. And it's cold. I don't mind. I don't care. And then I got my Zevia root beer and my crochet. So I was going to explain um, when I went to see my granny the other day. It reminded me of what a weird family tree I have. And if you see me get aggravated, it's because as much as I love this yarn, it splits a lot. I'm working on the centers of the starburst throw, the Mary Maxim starburst throw, free pattern. Uh, so anyway, visiting my granny reminded me of our weird family tree. Uh, so my granny, no, my grandma B, my mom's mom, and my grandpa White, which we referred to as Grandpa's mustache. That's just what we always called him as kids. Who are you going to see? Grandpa's mustache. The one in Mountain Grove, that lived in southern Missouri. So they had 4 kids. My Uncle Larry, who has passed away, my Aunt Jeannie, who has passed away, my mom, who has passed away. She passed away December 21st of 2019. Her funeral was the day after Christmas. And then my Aunt Beth, who lives in Jeff City, or just outside of Jeff City. Jeff City is where I was born. Okay, so that's the first group of kids, 4 kids. Then my grandma and Grandma B and Grandpa White got divorced. And Grandpa married Granny, the one that I just recently went to see. And they had 3 kids. My Uncle Robbie, who has passed away, I guess about a year and a half ago. And then my Uncle Tom, who passed away 4 or 5 months before my mom. And then my Aunt Becky, who my Aunt Granny, or my granny lives with. And try and get some yarn here so I don't have to keep tugging in it. Okay, so that was Grandpa and Granny's kids. And then Grandma B also got married to Junior. That's what we always called him. That's what everybody in the family called him, even the grandkids. He was just Junior, my mom's stepdad. And they had 2 kids, Uncle Chuck and Uncle Ricky. And then they both live in Jeff City, Uncle Chuck lives in Jeff City. Uncle Rick lives in the vicinity of Jeff City, I guess. And uh, so what was kind of funny one of the things that was kind of funny is my grandmother, my grandma B, my mom's mom, and my mom and my aunt were all pregnant at the same time. So my aunt, my uncle, no, my sister, my uncle, and my cousin are all the same age. And my uncle, which some people think it's weird, but I never thought it was weird because it's just something I've always known, that my youngest uncle is younger than me. So I have an uncle who is younger than me. And people are like, how do you have an uncle who is younger than you? Well, mom and grandma were pregnant at the same time. And so that was kind of, a weird, funny thing about the family. But then at my mom's funeral, we had a little bit of a chuckle because Uncle Robbie and Aunt Becky and Granny were at my mom's funeral. So Uncle Robbie and Aunt Becky being from the second set of kids. And then um, Uncle Chuck and Uncle Ricky from the third set of kids were also there. And then Aunt Beth from the first set. Aunt Beth from the first set knows the kids, Chuck and Rick, from the third set, and she also knows all the kids from the second set. Uncle Robbie and Uncle Tom and Aunt Becky. But at my mom's funeral, and my sister was the one who did this. It was just kind of a funny moment. Uncle Robbie and Aunt Becky right here, Uncle Chuck and Uncle Rick right here, and my sister says, Uncle Rick, Uncle Chuck, meet Kathy, my mom, meet Kathy's brother and sister. Uncle Robbie, Aunt Becky, meet Kathy's brothers, Chuck and Rick. Mom's siblings that have never met each other before until her funeral. So that was just kind of a little bit of a chuckle that we had at my mom's funeral. It was nice to get them all together in one place on, under unfortunate circumstances. But yeah, that was kind of funny. So my Aunt Beth and I, we still keep in touch. I mean, she sends me a lot of St. Louis Cardinal stuff. I send her stuff that I've made. And she sends me, so one of her jobs is she takes care of seniors around Jeff City. Just helping them out in their homes. And so some of them give her things, they give away things to her, and then she ends up sending them to me, like leftover yarn or crochet hooks or whatever, or if her clients pass away, she might find yarn or whatever, get yarn from somebody. She'll send it to me. And so she had sent me, and I have them right here next to me, these books or booklets. And I thought this was kind of fascinating. I will finish that in a minute. So these are old vintage doily and chair set patterns and edgings for handkerchiefs. And this one had a copyright on it of 1944. It's a J&P Coates edging book. And I mean, I don't know that I could follow any of these patterns because I have a hard time following patterns anyway. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know, I think some of these things are fascinating. That's one of them that she sent. And then this other one is ruffled doilies. This one, I believe, was 1948. Now, I'm not a big fan of ruffled doilies. But, oh, that one's nice. It's got pansies around it. Pansies are my favorite. I like that. Yeah, but I don't really care much for the ruffly stuff around. They are pretty, though. Yeah, nice. So this other one here is Old and New Favorites Doilies. I didn't see the copyright on this one. Oh, there it is, 1944. And I think that my aunt got these from one of her clients. I don't remember. I mean, it's been years ago that she sent it to me. I really like that. I don't know. I might take a crack at some of these one of these days. See, I like the way they look, but using that cotton thread is just so hard on my hands. I did decide, I will say this for my Mag Monday segment, I am using the crochet cotton thread, the size 10 cotton thread, because I couldn't find any pastel-y colors in my Yarn Art Begonia because I've used them all. Okay, anyway, handkerchief edgings. Let's see if there's a copyright on this one. 1948. And then chair sets. I thought this one was kind of neat. I don't know that I would have any use for chair sets, but they would make nice, table runners or placemats or some kind of a table centerpiece. And this is 1945. So some of them are really, really pretty. I mean, I think that's pretty. And then these other ones, this is some printed off patterns right here from dollcrochet.rpmdp.com/free.html. There was a picture of one of these dolls in here. This little crochet dress, I guess. Okay. And this said September 25th of 1999. So that's those things right there. And then inside one of these booklets was also this, which I absolutely love. It's a 70s thing. I love the 70s. I was a 70s kid. It had the date on here somewhere. Oh yeah, 1972. So there are some crochet and knit patterns on the back of this sheet. Very 70s. 1972, that's the year my sister was born. So yeah, I really like that a lot. I just actually pulled this out today. I'd never seen it before. So yeah, that's kind of neat. Okay, so I'm almost finished with this. So yeah, my aunt and I still send each other stuff. And I'm thinking about maybe sending that wheatberry throw that I've been working on. I'm thinking about sending that to my granny. I don't know yet. Because I never really send them anything, my aunt and my granny. I'm going to say, if you see me getting frustrated, it's because this yarn is splitting. And I'm trying to hurry this up. I didn't want this to go too awful long. I'm still trying to decide if I want to go to the store today or not. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. I don't care how much this yarn splits. I love the way it looks. And it's made me love this pattern all over again. I was getting a little burnt on the pattern before, but I think it's just because I'm using up the loops and threads impeccable, but it's not anywhere near a favorite, that yarn. And some of them, even though they're the same weight, some of them are thinner than others, and that's kind of frustrating. Okay, almost done here. Okay. Okay. There's one center. I did there's each center is 2 rounds. I did the first round before I turned the camera on because it's the harder of the 2 rounds. I knew if I tried to do that while talking, I would just get really flustered and lose what I'm doing here. All right, so I think that makes a total of 15. Because I got 2 right here that I did. I did these 2 yesterday and sewed the strings in this morning. And then I got 3 here. I've got 10 that are done in that bag with the bird, the hummingbird on it. I'm keeping them in there. And that bag with I can't point. I don't know where I'm pointing here. The bag with the butterfly, that's got the other set in it, the one with the loops and threads. And yeah. Okay, and I'm keeping the Monday mag mix, the thing that I'm not gonna show what I've gotten done on it, but I'm keeping it in this bag that I made. This was in Annie's hook and needle kit that I got a few years back. Each color was supposed to be a basket, so it was supposed to be a set of baskets, and I decided I just wanted to make one bag out of all of them. And then my niece, the one that I made the tablecloth for, she saw this bag and she said, "I want a bag." So I ended up making her a bag a couple years ago for Christmas. And it had a flat bottom because I used plastic canvas in the bottom of it, and I made two layers of the bottom and put plastic canvas in between the layers. So it was pretty thick. And I made sure that it was a solid fabric because I didn't line it. And she still uses it. So, all right. So I think that's going to do it for today. I'm still trying to decide if I want to go to the store or not, or wait until tomorrow when it's raining. So I'm going to go ahead and go. I hope that wasn't too awful boring. Uh, if you could give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate that. I'm kind of getting up there, but I keep backsliding. So, all right. So I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye bye.